Do you need help preparing for your next backpacking trip? Trying to find the right gear for your remote hiking and camping experiences? This video is for you. Whether you're a seasoned backpacker or a first-timer, this video will arm you with essential gear recommendations to make your next adventure safe and enjoyable. You ready for the full breakdown? Let's do it. Hello backcountry explorers and outdoor enthusiasts. If you're new here, my name is Jeff Heyer and I'm a Montana-based content creator that shares videos like this to help you prepare for your outdoor adventures. I share travel insight videos on natural destinations like national parks, as well as gear review videos like this one. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you for allowing me to create informative and valuable content. In this video, I'll be sharing my full comprehensive backcountry packing list. Everything I'm mentioning, along with other tried and true recommendations, are linked in the description below. Check out those links if you're interested in bringing these items on your next adventure. You will also find timestamps below so you can jump to the sections of this video that interest you most. So why hear it from me? Well, I'm an avid backpacker. It's what I love to do during the summer months. With years of experience, I've been on trips like this in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, as well as Banff National Park in Canada. I've been collecting high quality gear for several years and I'm excited to show you my current setup. In this video, I'll be sharing my favorite gear and breaking down everything I recommend in 4 categories. Number 1, necessities like food, water, and shelter. Number 2, clothing. Number 3, safety tools, hygiene products, and other essentials. And lastly, recreation/luxury items. Guest starring in this video is my cousin Jamie. Earlier this week, we got together to talk about our backcountry gear and had a conversation on camera about what we like to bring. So throughout this video, I'll be splicing in clips from this conversation so you get another perspective from another experienced backpacker. Yes, I will be weighing my fully loaded pack to give you an idea of total weight at the end of this video, as that's very important information. The art of backcountry packing is making sure your chosen gear is efficient, durable, and maximizes comfort while minimizing weight. Stick around to the end of this video where I'll pack everything into my bag and give you a weight estimate with all things combined. Let's jump into it, starting with the first and most important gear category, necessities. Food, water, and shelter. Things you must have or you die. The first item on this list is a backpack because you can't go backpacking without a backpack. So let's start there. It's probably no surprise that I use an Osprey pack. Osprey really is the best of the best when it comes to backpacking. Their packs are specially engineered just for this activity. They're durable, they're lightweight, and they distribute weight evenly across your body in the most comfortable way possible. For the last few years, I've been using this Exo's ultralight 58-liter pack. This has been such a great backpack because of its feather light and adjustable design. Even after all of this usage, it's hardly showing its age. It fits my frame perfectly and has minimized strain on my back and body. I also really appreciate that it has a ventilated back panel that helps keep me cool. Overall, this pack has been extremely reliable. Osprey continues to refine this pack, and this exact model is not currently available, but they have the Exos 58 available in its newest versions. Now here's Jamie commenting on his Osprey pack.
The reason why these things are so great is they're so adjustable. So you can adjust your frame, which affects how the weight feels on your body. And so I'm pretty burly, so I like mine set up wide and that the weight's directly on my hips and on my back and it's spread out evenly.
And how long have you had this backpack?
I've had this thing for about 3 years. I've always used Osprey. When I first started backpacking, I was borrowing people's Ospreys because they are a little pricey, but I eventually just buckled down and bought my own. And I could not be more happy. These things are amazing.
Let's move on to hydration because staying hydrated is imperative for surviving in the wilderness. Obviously, you can't lug gallons of water with you for long multi-day trips as that would weigh a ton. So that's why I always pack water treatment gear so I can drink water from natural sources. I've tried a lot of life straws and water filters over the years, but this is my most preferred purification tool. This is the Katadyn filter pump. Weighing just 11 ounces, it's compact and easy to carry. This pump effectively removes bacteria, protozoa, and sediment from water sources, providing safe drinking water while on the trail. The pumping on this is effortless and fast. You throw one end into the water source, the other end in your bottle, and start pumping. You do not have to pump that hard, and you don't even have to get your hands wet when using this, which is so nice when the water source is really freezing cold. To add an extra layer of protection, I also pack these aquamarine water treatment drops. They're an efficient solution for purifying water. There are 2 parts to this. In this cap, you place 7 drops of part A and 7 drops of part B. Let them react for 5 minutes. Then you pour the mixture into your water, shake it around, and let it sit for 15 minutes. Sometimes a bit longer if the water is really cold. This solution kills bacteria and viruses, providing safe hydration. I will say that this does change the flavor of the water slightly, but at least you'll know it's safe to drink. So these drops combined with my Catadine pump makes for the ultimate purification dream team. Now, what do I store all this water in? When backpacking, you don't want to bring a bunch of clunky and heavy water bottles. That's why I packed this 70 fluid ounce bladder from Platypus. This water sack has become my best hiking companion due to its lightweight and collapsible design. It doesn't leak, and if you don't want to listen to water sloshing around in your sack when it's not full, you can push the air out and seal it up. There is a straw attachment you can buy if you want to sip on it while actively hiking. I love this bladder and it comes with me on all types of hikes. Moving on to shelter, the primary tent I use for backcountry trips is the Big Agnes Blacktail tent. This is a spacious yet lightweight tent meant for 2 people. Weighing 4 pounds and 8 ounces, it offers ample room for 2 campers and gear. It has 2 doors, which makes it easy for entry. If one camper needs to have a leak in the middle of the night, they don't have to wake up the other camper or climb over them to get out. Setting it up is very easy and straightforward. While this isn't the most compact tent in your pack, it does fit 2 people, so only one person has to carry it, or you can split the gear up between 2 packs. To be honest, if I'm the only one using it, I usually still pack it. It's a bit cumbersome, but when you set it up, it's so luxurious to have the extra space. It's like a palace. I love this tent. I've had no issues with it. It's still in great shape after years of usage. It keeps me dry, keeps bugs out, and it's my portable little home. Inside the tent, I'll blow up the ThermaRest NeoAir Venture sleeping pad. This offers comfort and insulation for restful nights outdoors. Weighing 1 pound and 12 ounces, it packs down small and inflates easily with its included valve system. This pad ensures a restful sleep even on bumpy or uneven terrain. When it comes to sleeping pads, there are 2 ways you can go. You can be on team inflatable pad or team foam pad. Whatever you decide depends on your personal preference. I don't think there's a wrong answer here. The inflatable option is obviously way more compact, but is prone to air leaks and punctures. Foam pads are a lot stronger, but they may be less comfortable on the ground. The foam pads usually have to be attached to the outside of your bag, which some people might find annoying. Jamie here prefers the sleeping pad and I prefer the inflatable.
These things are great because they're uber lightweight and they also act as like a seat if you want to sit outside somewhere and you want your soft things on your butt.
For my sleeping bag, I use a Kelty Cosmic 40 down sleeping bag. This is a light and compressible option for warm weather camping and backpacking. Weighing 1 pound and 7 ounces, it's so easy to carry and store. If you don't know much about sleeping bag terminology, the 40 down essentially means that this sleeping bag will keep you warm in 40-degree Fahrenheit temperatures or warmer. So this is definitely a summer sleeping bag, not something you want to take winter camping. I usually don't backcountry camp during the cooler seasons anyway, so this is all I need. I do have a small camping pillow that I take on most excursions. Most people will say this is a waste of space in your pack, just rest your head on a bundle of clothing or something. The way I look at it is if I can avoid kinking my neck in any way, I for one love having an actual pillow. Every luxury counts when you're resting and sleeping on the ground. Moving on, let's talk about food. How you pack your food is so critical when you're on long backcountry trips. You want to maximize calories but minimize bulk and weight. A popular option for meals is to pack pre-packaged dehydrated meals. They are as light as air. All you have to do is add hot water into these bags and boom, you have a warm cooked meal in the most remote of locations. I've tried and tested a lot of these over the years. My most preferred brands would be Mountain House and Peak Refuel. They both offer a wide range of meals that are honestly great. After long days of hiking, you will look forward to these. I feel like the best tasting ones would be the pasta and curry dishes. You just can't go wrong with them. Pasta usually cooks well in hot water after being dehydrated, whereas some things like eggs just turn out super unappetizing sometimes.
I put too much water in it. I'm ashamed.
In the description below, I have linked some of my other favorites. Now to cook the meals and get hot water, I always bring this Jetboil Zip cooking system. This is a compact and efficient stove for outdoor adventures. Weighing just 12 ounces, it's highly portable and perfect for boiling water quickly. Seriously, the water boils so fast. I'm always amazed by how quickly it works. This is my Jetboil setup. Inside I have a lighter, which I use to light the stove. Here's the burner. Gonna take off the fuel cap. Inside there's a nice stand to keep it upright and secure. You attach it onto the fuel tank. Now I'm screwing on the burner onto the fuel. All right, let's test this out. Now that it's going, let's put the pot on the burner, put on the cap, and let it boil. It's done. Here's how fast the breakdown is. Now, these dehydrated meals are notorious for being kind of bland, especially the freeze-dried eggs. If you want to add some extra flavor, I suggest bringing a small thing of hot sauce or some salt and pepper. It will make all the difference. Thank me later. To consume the meals, I bring these reusable plastic utensils. I rarely ever need a knife to eat, so I just bring a fork and spoon. If you want to be even more efficient, bring just a spork. Something I always bring on trips like this to store all of my food is a dry bag. This has several uses. You can use it to keep important items dry if you're hiking through rainy environments, but what I use it most for is hanging food at night. If you're backcountry camping in bear country, which is where I find myself exploring most, or anywhere with lots of wildlife in general, it's important you hang your food up. What I mean by that is putting everything that has a scent and that will attract animals, including food, hygiene products, chapsticks, etc., into this bag and hang it up high in a hard to reach tree. Animals like grizzly bears are attracted to these scents and you don't want them rummaging through your tent while you're sleeping at night. That's why you hang this far away from where you're sleeping. This dry bag is so easy to pack down and roll up in order to seal the scent. Some campsites in the national parks have a designated post for food hanging. If that's not available to you, you can use a very tall tree. Now that brings me to paracord. I always bring paracord with me. This is a long line of very strong cord that can hold up to 195 pounds. You can tie one end to the dry bag and hoist it up the pole or the tree like so, and then tie the other end to the ground or a branch, whatever it takes to hang this up. This is also where a carabiner comes really in handy. Another essential item to bring would be a garbage bag, a place where you can dispose of these empty meals that will not leak liquid or any smells. This is important because you don't want to leave any trace when exploring the great outdoors. Pack in and pack out. Make sure you have something to store garbage in, and make sure to always put this garbage bag in the dry bag when you store it at night. It's an animal attractant. Now, before I move on, I want to mention that some backpackers are very meticulous with how many calories they bring on long hiking trips. They measure exactly how much food they should bring so they don't overdo it. I'm not one to be this strict on this. I just bring as much food as possible, usually more than I need, because it's better than not having enough. But if you're curious, I've heard a lot of advice about how to bump up the calories while hiking on these kind of trips. Bringing something like olive oil and pouring it in the freeze-dried meals adds a ton of extra calories without adding a ton of extra weight to your load. Nuts are very calorically dense as well. Peanut butter is a great source of protein and calories too. These are just kind of the snack items I bring along with me. I always pack high-density granola bars to ensure I don't go hungry in the wilderness. My favorites are linked below. That was my list of backpacking necessities. Let's move on to our next category, clothing. What do I wear that's versatile, durable, and suitable for all climate types? Here's my list. For this clothing breakdown, I'll be giving recommendations from the ground up. We'll start with footwear and work our way up to the head. So starting with footwear, this is hugely important as you'll be on your feet for long days on the trail. For the hardiest trail conditions and terrains, I'll take these Keen boots. I brought these for my wildlife treks in East Africa. They're water resistant and best for muddy and rainy conditions. They did keep my feet dry even in the rainiest of environments. For drier climates, I love these short ankle Keen boots or even these Adidas trail running shoes. These are the Terex Trail Rider Gore-Tex trail running shoes. That's kind of a mouthful. Believe it or not, this is the #1 shoe I take with me on all types of hikes. I know they're meant for running, but I love hiking in them. They provide great support and mobility. Most importantly, they're comfortable. Aside from the walking shoes, I try to always pack my Chaco sandals, especially if I'll be crossing rivers on the adventure or camping near lakes. They're so nice to have when you're enjoying bodies of water. By wearing them, you won't slip or cut your feet on the rocks. They aren't the lightest shoe, but they're worth stuffing in the pack because after long days on the trail, I love ripping off my boots and airing out my feet in these Chacos. Every time I put them on, I know it's time to have some fun. Socks. Socks are everything. You want to bring socks that don't suffocate your feet, something breathable, but has a lot of cushion. You don't want your heels or toes rubbing against your boot all day to create horrible blisters. That's why merino wool is the most universal sock material. What's great about merino wool is that your feet won't overheat during the day, and if the temperatures drop at night, they'll keep your feet warm. Smartwool is also a great option. It's so nice because it doesn't hold the sweaty stench nearly as bad as other socks. Going on to pants and shorts, I just want to mention I rarely hike in pants unless I'm in tropical environments. I do have some hiking pant suggestions linked below that I have taken on hiking trips in places like Tanzania and Costa Rica, but most of the time I usually revert to shorts. I love these Footwear shorts. They are made of a very versatile athletic material. If I want something a little more designed for hiking, I'll take these Eddie Bauer shorts that have zip pockets. Now Jamie here lives in these Patagonia shorts. They really take the crown for most versatile shorts on the market. You can work out in them, hike in them, swim in them. The material is quick drying. Jamie, take it from here.
Yeah, so these are the Patagonia baggies. I love these things. I have probably 7 pairs of them.
Really? I thought it was just one pair all the time, but they're different.
No, they're all the same color.
Another item of clothing I always take with me are sweatpants. So sweatpants aren't a necessity, but they are something that can really enhance your comfort when the sun goes down and the temperature drops. They're very warm and cozy to sleep in, which provides extra warmth and insulation. I usually bring one of these 2 sweatpant types. I have these Footwear sweatpants, which are a bit thicker and warmer to wear. I also have these thinner Lululemon sweatpants that I bring if I don't think it's gonna get too cold at night. Although these are a bit thinner and less warm, they're very compactable. As you can see, I can wrap my 2 fingers almost all the way around it. So it does not take very much space and they're very lightweight.
Oh no, Jamie, it's starting to rain.
Oh boy.
Rain jackets. Rain jackets are a must when backcountry camping. The weather in the mountains can turn on you quickly and it sucks to get soaked in the middle of nowhere. Your stuff can take forever to dry. It will make you damp and cold. It's just not fun. So definitely bring a rain jacket. I personally love this Columbia rain jacket. I've brought it on several trips in many different environments. This rain jacket, for whatever reason, just fits me like a glove. I've used this on so many different types of trips. It packs down super small, it's lightweight, and makes for the best hiking layer. It can also double as a windbreaker in most cases as well. For shirts, I usually bring things that are very breathable. Hiking with a giant backpack can be a sweaty affair, so carefully choosing polyester or moisture-wicking synthetic blends is key to staying cool and comfortable. Now let's talk about layers. Layers are crucial when backcountry camping. Nights are cold, days are hot. You are constantly shedding and adding layers to adapt to the changing temperatures. Layers I love bringing would include this Footwear long sleeve athletic shirt. I have so much footage of me wearing this because it is such a versatile layer. For a bit more robust warmth, I'm obsessed with this Patagonia fleece pullover. Fleece is super warm and this layer is so light. It can be a bit bulky, as you can see it doesn't pack down very well, but it is the best and worth having on colder nights. So if it fits in my bag, I love taking this. I do have to mention bringing sunglasses. This is self-explanatory. Sunglasses are very important for protecting your eyes from the sun and shielding out dust. I definitely suggest bringing a hard shell case for them. When you're shoving glasses in your pack, you want to make sure they don't get smushed. Now on to the last category under clothing, hats. For headwear, I always bring a sun hat and a warmth hat. The sun hat is typically a ball cap or something with a wide brim that goes all the way around the head and covers the ears. The warmth hat is usually a lightweight beanie. I love this Footwear beanie, but I also have this one which has a built-in headlight. Kind of dorky, but I have used it and I think it's a great 2-in-1 product. If you want to wear it and not have the light showing, you can just turn it around and wear it like this.
Okay, outdoor explorers, we're gonna have a quick intermission now that we're halfway through the packing list. We're gonna have a little pick-me-up with some coffee, and I wanna show you something cool that I just recently got. This is a Vessel coffee kit. This is a beautifully engineered and crafted product. In this cylinder, there are 2 mugs, a coffee filter, and everything you might need for a coffee experience. This is not a backcountry item, but I'm gonna test this out because this is something I'd love to have at the car before and after those trips. Because I like my coffee. I would love to get a little kick before a big trek, or just have something to sip on the drive home from wherever it is I was adventuring. So let's test this out. This is our barista station. I have some dark roast coffee grounds already ready. If you're from Canada, you'll know where this is from.
Easy.
That's boiling. Can you smell that? Can you smell that? Jamie, coffee?
Yes, sir.
So it funnels down really slowly
Oh, you can hear it dripping.
to get as much flavor from the beans as possible.
Some coffee ASMR there.
Oh yeah. Order for Jamie.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Cheers. Now that we've had a little pick-me-up, let's jump back into the video.
That's a wrap on the clothing section of this video. We're now on part 3, safety tools, hygiene products, and other essential gear. A headlamp is an essential piece of gear for any backpacking trip, so let's start there. I use this Petzl headlamp. It offers a range of brightness levels, including a red light mode to preserve night vision. It does have a glow in the dark feature, which is awesome because there's nothing worse than when you need to find your headlamp in the dark, and it's kind of an ironic situation to be in. The fact it glows makes it easy to find. Bear spray is a critical safety item when backpacking in bear country, providing a non-lethal means of deterring aggressive bears. The counter assault bear deterrent spray is highly effective with a strong formula that can spray up to 30 feet. The included holster allows for quick and easy access, which is crucial in an emergency situation. My bear spray is always attached to my chest or waist, so it's easily accessible in case of an emergency. Next up is sunscreen. Protecting your skin from the sun's harmful UV rays is vital during outdoor activities. When you're backpacking, you spend all day outside in the sun. I typically use Sunbum as a choice brand for the face and body sunscreens. I typically pack SPF 50 or more for robust protection. This sunscreen is water resistant and sweat resistant, and when you apply it on the face, it feels very soft on the skin. My face loves it. Let's talk about bug protection. Bugs are an inevitable nuisance when exploring the outdoors. Insect repellent is crucial for preventing bites from mosquitoes, ticks, and other pests. Now these mosquito repellent wipes are very convenient and travel sized, ideal for backpacking. Each wipe contains 30% DEET, providing effective protection for several hours. I prefer the wipes because you don't have to spray anything which will get in your eyes or get all over the place. It's just much easier to apply it this way. I also like it because there's no sloshing liquid. As we all know, carrying liquids with us when backpacking is not ideal, so these wipes reduce a lot of weight. If you want something less intense than DEET, which is a controversial ingredient in bug repellent, I have an all-natural option linked below that I've used. And while it might not be as effective, it's a bit nicer to your body using all organic ingredients. I have tested this before and it does work. Something I always pack are these mosquito head nets. They may be dorky, but they're honestly so nice to have when the mosquitoes are most relentless. It's one of the lightest and most compact items, so it doesn't hurt to throw in your bag. This guarantees that mosquitoes and flies won't be buzzing around your face and neck. With this netted material, you still get airflow and don't suffocate under cloth or anything like that. This net is essential for peace of mind and comfort in the most buggy of environments. Another essential would be TP, toilet paper. You gotta bring this because there aren't many restrooms in the wilderness. I suggest opting for biodegradable toilet paper to minimize environmental impact if possible. I always make sure to put it in a sealed bag so it won't get wet. I've gotten a roll of TP wet before while camping and it's not fun. I'm now gonna go over toiletries. I've got this nice toiletry case to keep everything in this category in one place. Inside, there's a small travel-sized deodorant to help manage body odor after sweaty and strenuous activities. I've also got a little drug kit to hold things like ibuprofen. This is nice to have in case you experience muscle or joint pains. This is eco-friendly soap, which is essential for washing hands, hair, dishes, and even clothes while minimizing environmental impact. Camping Suds biodegradable concentrated soap is highly effective and versatile. You can use it to wash anything. Its concentrated formula means a little goes a long way, making this 4-ounce bottle last a long time. Let's talk about oral hygiene. This is still very important even when backpacking. Most people take a travel-sized toothbrush and toothpaste. If you're extra like me, I do bring an electric toothbrush. This is a super lightweight electric toothbrush. The brush head is made of sustainable plant-based materials, which is also really cool. Suri is a very eco-conscious brand. It has a very slim, compact design, which fits into this case like so. It's worth taking up a little bit of extra space if it means I get to keep these teeth extra clean. Lips are vulnerable to sunburns and chapping in outdoor conditions, so I always bring chapstick. My favorite brand is Hurrah, which offers SPF 15 protection and is made with natural organic ingredients. This lip balm is vegan, non-GMO, and made in the USA. In fact, this brand was founded in my hometown in Montana. Another handy item to bring is a towel. A microfiber towel is lightweight, compact, and quick drying, making it perfect for backpacking. This Sea to Summit Dry Light towel is highly absorbent and packs down small, saving valuable space in your pack. It dries rapidly, preventing mildew and odors. Towels are obviously something you could go without, but if you plan on hanging out by the water a lot, it's super nice to have. It is quite small, it doesn't go all the way around the waist, but this is all you need after a dip. Foot powder. Foot powder is important to keep feet dry and comfortable during long hikes. It helps prevent blisters, reduces friction, and controls odor. This is definitely something I love to bring on long trips. First aid. A first aid kit is an indispensable part of any backpacking gear list, enabling you to treat injuries and ailments in the backcountry. A well-stocked kit should include bandages, antiseptics, tweezers, pain relievers, and other essentials. I have several first aid kits I recommend, linked below. Shout out to adhesive tape. Tape is versatile and useful for securing bandages, splints, and even repairing gear. Choose a durable, waterproof variety to ensure it remains effective in all conditions. It feels like I use this tape for a different reason on every trip. It's so useful. I use moleskin a lot. It's great for preventing and treating blisters, which are common on long hikes. Its soft cushion texture reduces friction and pressure on hot spots, providing immediate relief. Pre-cut moleskin pieces or a roll can be easily packed and applied as needed, making it a first aid kit staple for backpackers. Poles are a nice gear item to take with you. It helps alleviate pressure on joints and muscles, especially if you're going long distances. Poles aren't for everyone, but it's definitely something I always take with me. And the last item in this category would be a good knife. A good knife is essential for a variety of tasks. It can be a critical tool in emergency situations. Multi-tools with integrated knives offer additional functionality without adding much weight.
Congratulations, you made it to the fourth and final section of this video where we talk about recreation gear, luxury items, and toys. Because you've made the journey out into these remote locations. It's time to enjoy yourself, enjoy the great outdoors. Something I don't have with me on hand at the very moment is a deck of cards.
Very important.
How many games can you play with a deck of cards?
Millions.
Millions. There's always someone in the group who has cards.
Yep.
So gotta mention that. Jamie, how do you enjoy yourself when you're in the great outdoors?
We tend to hike to a lake with trout in it. I'm a big fly fisherman, so I always bring my fly rod. Oh, here we go. Very lightweight, and I just strap it to the back of or the side of my backpack, and this will keep my mind busy all day, no matter what.
I love this like design. It's just so simple.
Yep. And this is a moonshine rod company. They're like $250. They're not expensive, but it'll do everything you need. A little 6-weight for my fishermen out there.
This is such a luxury item.
Yes.
Are you ready? Cheers!
Yeah. After hiking miles and miles all day with a heavy pack, nothing feels better than sitting down.
Relaxation time.
And it kind of sucks when you have to sit against a stump or on a rock or something. So,
yeah. So Jamie and I just got matching Crazy Creek chairs.
These things are just awesome because they roll up really tight, and you can strap them to the side of your pack. And they come with a little strap to cinch it down. These are where these come in handy. This is a total luxury item. You do not need this to backpack. However, it will make your experience 20 times better.
Yeah.
Another great thing these are for is they flatten out. Good to play cards on. Ooh, a little mat for anything. Yeah, you can lay down on it. Whatever you want.
Another luxury item that I take with me would be a mug and some instant coffee or tea bags, just so you have something to sip on.
A little extra flavor.
Gotta mention that.
Yep, these are awesome. Binoculars, you can look at anything.
These are Vortex Copperhead HD.
Yeah, Copperhead.
10 by 42. I love these. We took these on our trip to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Got to see some wolves, some moose, bears. I get a lot of enjoyment from wildlife watching.
Me too. And it's fun to like enjoy your view that you hike to that much more with some magnification. So.
Yeah.
Or if you see a grizzly bear or something, you can watch it from a distance with these. So.
Right, if you're like, what's that brown blob coming our way? Is it a deer or a bear? This could help you prepare for what's coming.
It really can, and it's just kind of fun to bring.
And the glass is so high quality, you can see better than in real life.
Yeah, it's like more HD than real life.
That's a wrap on the packing list. It's now time to answer the big question. How much does my backpack weigh when you combine it all together? I'm about to embark on another backpacking trip, so while getting ready for it, I'm going to show you what this pack looks like fully loaded and set it on a really janky weigh scale. For this trip, I'll be gone for 2 days, 1 night, so I have about 4 meals packed, 1 breakfast, 2 lunches, and 1 dinner. Note that I have over 70 fluid ounces of water in this pack. I'm bringing some nice layers for when it gets chilly at night, and I am bringing the Crazy Creek camping chair as well. Also note that I'm packing the 2-person tent, which will take up most of the storage in my bag. Okay, now that it's all packed, it's time for the big reveal. I set it on the scale and it ended up being about 32 pounds. That's pretty good. For reference, a common guideline for backpackers to follow is to have the total pack weight be 20 to 30% of your body weight. I'm 150 pounds, so the goal backpack weight would be somewhere between 30 to 45 pounds for me. This ended up being approximately 32 pounds, so on the low end of that range. All right, we're all ready to go. You guys, thanks so much for joining us for this backcountry packing list video. I hope you learned something new, enjoyed hearing our recommendations, our perspectives on what we bring and why we bring it. We're very happy with our setup. We're feeling ready for the summer ahead of us. We've got some fun trips planned.
Oh yeah.
Jamie, thanks for sharing your perspective. Join me for more videos.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
And like I said, everything that we showed you today and other versions of them are linked in the description below if you're interested in ordering some things up. And it's time to go camping.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe if you want to join me for adventure vlogs, more gear reviews, all that good jazz, all the content that I produce. I'll see you next time. Cool.